Hello again. In this lesson I'm going to show you how to do a curl on your ribbon. You will need a plugin for this. It's called AV Bro. It's a paid for filter, and I think you can download a trial, but I think you will get the words demo written on it. You may be able to erase them. I'm not sure about the trial, but this is how I curl my ribbons. Okay, I've prepared one earlier purely because of the length for recording purposes. So here's my ribbon. I've moved it down to the lower end of my canvas. You'll notice I've snipped an end out, a V out of the end, but I've left the other end uncut. So what we do now is effects, go to our plugins. Mine's here, up there, AV Bro Curl, and I've set the settings already, so you'll probably need to write these settings down. The reason we put the ribbon down towards the bottom of the canvas is because you'll see when it curls, it actually curls up because we have the direction set it up. So we want an effect, curl, direction up. Now once you've got these settings, really the only settings as far as the curl part of it goes is the radius, and I'll show you that in a minute. Down here you'll need to set your front side, if it's the first time you've used it, your front side to what you've got for your ribbon. The back side obviously will be the reverse, and you'll see the same thing, so set it there as well. Where it says define, from current layer, which will set it the same, or you can set a foreground color, background color, but for this, from current layer will give you what you made in your ribbon. Okay, now as I said, the radius is the only one that you will move, and you'll see what happens as I move it down. Gives a very, very tight curl. If I move it right up, flattens the ribbon out again. So more is a looser curl, less is a tighter curl, and the more you go down in your radius, the tighter the curl will be. So we'll put ours, I'll put it down 65 because I want to show you why I've left that end. So once you're happy with the curl, go apply. Now I'm going to duplicate that. Just imagine we've got a bow here. Go down to your warp tool, not too big or you'll affect the rest of your curling ribbon. 46 is good. Now I'm working on my copy here, so I'm just going to push that end of my ribbon together, because when it's tucked up under a bow and it's part of a bow, it doesn't come out the same width. It is actually shrunk. It's narrowed at the point of where that knot is in the middle. So I like to just push my things together. This one I'm going to image mirror, and again I'll push the ends of my ribbon up as though they're part of being in that knot on a ribbon. So when you actually do your ribbon there, I'll kind of explain what I'm meaning. I'll do it on a new layer. Just a little bit of a rectangle for the, actually we'll even make it a bit more authentic. We'll go a rounded rectangle, but the middle part of your ribbon is where your bow is. Contract, okay. Flub fill that. Can't really notice it, but in your actual bow, which we'll show you how to make, if you can just imagine that area there is your centerpiece where the knot of the bow is. So you want your ribbons to look like they're actually coming out of it and they're part of that bow. So we just squish them with the warp tool to make it a little more authentic. Okay, there's your ribbons there. If once you've, we'll delete that because that was just to show you what I meant, what I was talking about. But you can turn your ribbons depend on what sort of curling ribbon you want at the bottom. You can have them both together so they look like they're all coming out the same way. If you really want to, you can merge that down, then duplicate that, and you've got 4 ribbons hanging down. So just play around with it and see what you can come up with. But that is how I curl my ribbons, and once we get on to making a bow, you'll probably need to have some ribbons in the same things as your bows so you can put them all together and make some gorgeous looking bows. Okay, so I hope you've understood all that, and let's see some curled ribbons in your result.